Salt Lake City is west of conventional. I recently had the amazing opportunity to travel to Salt Lake City, Utah with Visit Salt Lake, and I was honestly blown away. If you're anything like me, you've seen the Mighty Five national parks all over social media, from Bryce Canyon to Zion and everything in between. And honestly, I didn't really know what of much to expect from Salt Lake City, but after this trip, I was so blown away. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know for planning your own visit to Salt Lake City, Utah, including the best spots to go to, what to eat, and where to stay. So let's go. First things first, where do you stay for your trip to Salt Lake City, Utah? I stayed at Meridian Hotel right in downtown Salt Lake City. This is where adventure meets sophistication, and I honestly loved my experience at this hotel. It was so charming, so beautifully decorated, and the location was absolutely perfect. It's just a few minutes walk to the farmers market, and it's the location downtown. You really just can't get better than this. One of the best things to do when you visit Salt Lake City is to visit the downtown farmers market. This farmers market was one of my favorite farmers markets I've ever experienced, and I'm a huge farmers market fanatic. Any city that I travel to, anywhere that I go in the world, I always prioritize visiting the farmers market. I find that it gives me a really good opportunity to immerse myself in the local culture, the local art and crafts, and food. If you're a foodie like me, this is an amazing experience to really dive into that. I love seeing all of the fresh produce. The cherries were in season and they were delicious. I got some local raw honey. There was so much beautiful jewelry, local art that was inspired by the local Utah landscapes. And everyone was just like in a full summer mood. It was so fun and vibrant. And also the food trucks were amazing. There was a super long line for this Mediterranean food truck. And so we waited in that line and it was so worth it. The food was delicious. I got some gyros and they were just like, oh, I could literally eat that for like the rest of my life. So good. The farmers market is an amazing way to immerse yourself in local culture and really introduce yourself to Salt Lake City. And now, how do you experience the rest of the city? I recommend checking out a Connect Pass. So the Connect Pass is a fantastic way to explore and experience the top attractions in Salt Lake City. It's a single pass that grants you access to multiple attractions, saving you both time and money. So with the Connect Pass, you can enjoy a wide range of activities and immerse yourself in the vibrant culture of the city. So here are some of the activities that you can participate in with the Connect Pass. The first one is the Snowbird Tram, then the Natural History Museum of Utah. There's the Clark Planetarium and also the Leonardo Museum. And I'll dive more into these later on in the video. By purchasing the Connect Pass, you basically gain access to all of these. So you just show up, show the pass, get a code, and you're good to go. It's honestly such a great way to explore the city. You just have to be mindful of the number of days that you're purchasing for the pass and the amount of time that you have within that range. The first one, my absolute favorite activity and thing that we experienced in Salt Lake City, was experiencing the snowbird area. It was so mind-blowing to me how we could go just 30 minutes from downtown Salt Lake City to the Snowbird Mountain area. Just this city is so stunning in and of itself with this beautiful mountain backdrop. So going to Snowbird was just so exciting. I felt like my inner child was unleashed for the day. What I recommend doing when you get to Snowbird is riding the Snowbird Tram. Here you get to experience breathtaking views of the mountains, and they have a new rooftop balcony for an even more immersive experience of viewing the mountains all around. The tram is spacious with really large windows, and it's just such a breathtaking experience on the way up. And from there, you can see the Wasatch Mountains and the lush alpine meadows all around. It's truly a natural beauty to witness the mountains out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So then when you get down from the tram, there are so many other activities that you can participate in. There's hiking and mountain biking and zip lining and climbing. Then my favorite was the Alpine Slide. I had always wanted to experience something like this, and it was so much fun to be able to get one of those like speed-controlled scooters, go down the slide, you have the mountains all around. It's such a pleasant experience. There's also a timed climbing wall, there's a trampoline, there's amazing food. It's a wonderful experience in Snowbird. And in mid-July, the wildflowers are in full bloom, so you can see flowers all around, and it's truly a feast for the eyes. What I would recommend is dressing in layers, because even though it is the summer months, it still gets colder in the mountains, so be sure to take your layers. Up next, I recommend checking out the Natural History Museum of Utah. This place is truly incredible. There are exhibits showcasing rich natural history of the region, from dinosaur fossils to interactive displays about the geology and wildlife of Utah. You walk through the exhibits and you truly feel like you're immersed in learning about the history and the culture and the land that you're stepping in and a part of. And some of my favorite exhibits here included the native exhibit on the top floor, where you get to learn about the native populations and efforts being taken to preserve the native culture in Utah. And I also loved the Wild World exhibit, which is an immersive exhibit that shares conservation success stories from around the world. So it's honestly a really uplifting and positive experience to see the culture and the nature and the work that's being done to preserve both wildlife and rich cultures. Up next, I recommend checking out the Clark Planetarium. If you're anything like me, I am so amazed and mesmerized by the universe that we live in and the stars and the planets and what that all means for our day-to-day lives. It just blows my mind that we as humans are here on this planet and there's this whole universe revolving and rotating around us. And that's really the experience that you get to immerse yourself in at the Clark Planetarium. It's truly a gem for astronomy lovers. There are so many fascinating exhibits where you can learn more about the wonders of the universe. There's a dome movie theater and also an IMAX movie theater. And with these types of theaters, you really feel like you're a part of this whole universe story being shared to you. And I so strongly recommend checking it out during your trip. There's also the Leonardo Museum, which is also included with the Connect Pass, where it combines art, science, and technology, and it's basically like a curiosity playground. The next thing I recommend checking out is Open Street's event on Main Street. So at Open Streets, there are street performers, vendors selling unique goods, and live music filling the air. It's truly a fun downtown experience to check out to immerse yourself during the weekends in the summer. And if you're visiting Salt Lake City at the right time, you will catch the most stunning display of wildflowers. I recommend going for a wildflower hike at Alta Resort. The scenery is absolutely breathtaking, and it's the perfect opportunity to take in the beauty of nature and immerse yourself on a natural wildflower hike. Another one of the highlights from our trip to Salt Lake City, Utah, was visiting the Red Butte Gardens. There's a beautiful botanical garden here and also a breathtaking amphitheater where you can watch summer concerts. So not only was the concert so breathtaking to watch, but the concert was at sunset, so the sky also put on a breathtaking show. You're in the mountains, and the echoes and the sounds, just the whole atmosphere of being there was really one of the best concert venues I've experienced. We got to watch the Indigo Girls concert there. There were delicious, refreshing snacks, and overall, it was such a wonderful, pleasant experience. So what I think makes Salt Lake City, Utah unique is the unique combination of the rich cultural downtown activities and also the proximity to immersion in nature. So here are some of the other activities I recommend doing for your trip to Salt Lake City, Utah. The first one is visiting Takashi for great sushi. Then there's Provisions for a delicious and quaint brunch. And then there's Nona. It's such a cute spot where they have a homey patio and great Italian dishes and cocktails. I love the assortment of options there, and the whole atmosphere of it was adorable. Then I also recommend getting rooftop cocktails at the new Van Ryder, which is on top of the Meridian Hotel, which also makes it another reason why it's the perfect place to stay. And then up there at sunset, you can see the alpine glow on the mountains, and it's just stunning. There's also an infinity pool at the top of the Meridian that has this breathtaking view as well, and it's truly so inspiring to spend time out there. You feel like even though you're in the city in downtown, you see nature there, and it's just so mesmerizing. I also recommend checking out Eva's Bakery. It's a really adorable bakery that transports you to Europe. All the ingredients are so finely selected, and the charm and the culture of the cafe is so adorable. Some other hikes that you can check out in Salt Lake City is the Living Room Hike, which is a short hike right outside the city that has a chair on the top that looks like a chair, so that's why it's named Living Room Hike. And then there's also the Avenue Twin Peaks that you can check out. Some other fun things to do include visiting the Gateway for shopping and entertainment, and the 9th and 9th neighborhood for fun shopping and unique fun restaurants. Overall, I want to say thank you so much to Salt Lake City for an amazing visit. I was truly blown away by the magic of this city, the combination of downtown culture and beautiful mountains and nature to observe nearby. I was truly blown away, and I so strongly recommend adding Salt Lake City, Utah to your travel bucket list. Salt Lake City is truly west of conventional. It feels like a gateway to the west of the United States, and it's a perfect stop to add on your USA bucket list, road trip list, or as a destination in and of itself. It's truly amazing. And be sure to check out my Instagram at Mahna Ghafori for more from this adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to living your most extraordinary life. I'll see you in the next one.